must feel weird coming on talking to myself a little bit. I know some of you are watching it in catch up. I want to try and keep it as short as I can. A couple of reasons. Hugo's only just gone to bed. And I've had no relax and recover time myself today. It's just been one thing after another. I ended up not doing my 20 minutes Pilates, so when I finish with this, I just want to go upstairs and I just want to stretch and move my body and relax my body, and get to sleep nice and early. What I really want to do is have a bottle of wine. I'm not saying that it's not hard for me to actually get over those cravings. Wine is my thing. Sometimes it might be chocolate for you. And I think I will always have this kind of like, I want wine, what can I do instead? And sometimes I reach for wine and sometimes I enjoy that wine, and that's absolutely fine as well. Sometimes I reach for that wine and I have absolutely zero stop button on it. Thankfully, each time I do, I'm slowly learning. Had one of the Supercharged moms the other day say that she had an absolute binge on wine and just felt absolutely awful. And she's just like learnt from that, really. It was a great night, but she was sort of not sure whether the night it was worth having the day after the night before issue with the kids. So fat around the middle, hi Miranda, I've gone on and on about this. I've done live after live after live in this closed group, probably one a month or one every couple of months, about fat around the middle. I actually started off as a pelvic floor and core specialist training new moms. So that was my thing, pelvic floor, core specialist for new moms. I have learned so much in 5 years that I've been doing it. I learned that moms were coming to me wanting pelvic floor and core stability. When they say core stability, what often moms want is a flatter tummy and a better looking core, and to get rid of the stretch marks and change the shape of their tummy. That's what they think core stability is. Core stability is actually having a core that holds you up. Okay, so most people actually have core stability. Most people don't have a core that works in synergy with their pelvic floor and their breath system, which is often why we have leaking and often why we have asthma, or asthma symptoms. Might not be full-blown asthma, but struggle with breath, getting out of breath, okay? Low fitness levels, not being able to run very far, etc. because of their breath. And also tension in the neck, shoulders, tension in the jaw, which can cause dentistry problems, and also anxiety, okay? So that's when your core isn't working in synergy with the rest of the body, okay? So they were coming to me for a core issue. I get their core working in synergy with their body, but they're still unhappy, okay? So then they go to another core specialist and another core specialist, and what I was realizing was it wasn't their core strength that they were unhappy with, or we blame diastasis recti for tummy shape, and I've got quite a few clients that have diastasis recti, which has really changed their stomach shape. But I've also got a lot of clients that have got diastasis recti, but their tummy shape, their tummy bulge is actually tummy fat or life laundry overhang, okay? And when I started to delve deeper into what women want, it really became apparent to me that although I was a pelvic floor and core specialist, they wanted a flat tummy. Now I have to say that when you are 40 years old and you've had 2 children, there's not many people with a natural flat tummy, okay? I saw a cat crossing the road the other day and it was really apparent that she'd had kittens. Okay, at some point she'd had babies at some point. I don't know how many litters, she didn't talk to me, but she'd had kittens and her stomach was hanging and flapping. Yeah, I saw a dog the other day with exactly the same thing. Yet we are led to believe that within 6 weeks of having a baby, our tummy should spring back and be flat, okay? And it very rarely does. So started off as a core pelvic floor specialist and realised that actually moms have got a totally disconnection with this area here. They hate this area here, they detest this area here, they suck it in all the time. When they rub moisturiser on, if they ever get a chance to do that, they rub moisturiser on around here and then they just go like that, yeah? I've got a disconnection with my tummy. It is probably the least favourite part of my body, okay? I wish it was still the same as when I was 20 years old, because I can sit down and you know, there's skin, there's excess skin, and I only had one child. I wish I would have had more, but I only had one child, and I show signs that my body has been through amazing transformation and an amazing trauma at the same time. Okay, so pelvic floor specialist, core specialist, realised that actually it was deeper than just a core issue, and actually moms are carrying dangerous fat around the middle, and that's what they don't like. So I'd fix their pelvic floor, fix their core, and then they'd go off doing what they thought, or what the fitness industry leads you to believe, of getting a flatter tummy. So we join things like F45, we join, I like CrossFit, so you know, but we join CrossFit, we join boot camp, we join HIIT, we join spin, we join bounce fit, we go running, and we do all that kind of thing because that's what we are led to believe is going to get you a flatter tummy, okay? And then when I look at moms, well, the exercise thing, one thing, but what happens is we aren't consistent with that type of exercise because we are burnt out. We are working a hell of a lot of hours. We are running a family, okay? We're not getting the sleep that we need. We've got our hormones to think about. So they write down on a piece of paper, or they put it in their diary that they're going to do a Move GB classes on special offer, and they're going to do it 4 times a week. Actually, they fall off that. They don't manage 4 times a week. They might do that the first week, the second week might be 2, the next week might be 1, then the kid gets sick, they come on their period, they get stressed out at work, then they don't go for 2 weeks, then the Move GB things run out, and then we're back to square one, and their friend says, oh, I'm trying bounce. Bounce is great for body fat, let's do that together, and the whole thing goes on in a cycle again. I see these women, I hear these women all the time, okay? I go on the bus a lot, public transport a lot, and I hear the same things, and I'm just like, oh God. Okay, so they're not consistent in their training, okay? And then we need to look at your type of training, because if you're over the age of 35, then you need something different to just HIIT, spin, running, and all that kind of stuff, yeah? Particularly when we're edging towards more 40-year-olds, and I've got probably 4 people watching at the moment that I know are more 40 than they are 35, okay, or over 40. Our hormone system is different, okay, and add into the fact that we are looking after little ones, okay, although big ones are just as much stress, I think, as well, but we're looking after children and we're working long hours as well. Then we've got all this WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram feeding our emotions as well. We used to run, yeah, we used to run away from danger, or we used to run to catch our food. Now we're running for fat loss, and I often hear, well, running reduces my stress. I don't think that is true. I think being out of the house in nature, okay, time for yourself de-stresses you, but actually running stresses your body if you are over 40 odd years old significantly. Particularly if you haven't got control of your eating and your stress levels and your rest, and particularly if you don't keep a period diary, so you don't understand when you should rest and actually when you should when it's better to go for a run. So there's a lot to be taken into account here. So if you think that running is going to reduce fat around the middle, it may make you have skinny legs, a flat bum, bigger quads, and give you a bigger tummy and contribute to leaking of your pelvic floor as well. That doesn't mean that I'm saying running's a bad thing. You can do it if you want to, okay? But what about a brisk walk? What about walking up and down hill? And I've done studies with my clients with this and taken the running off them, changed their food, given them walking, and they've reduced body fat and slimmed down. Okay, so I know that my method works because I've given it stacks and stacks of women. Okay, so it's not exercise more, eat less. It's eat smart, exercise smart for your body. Okay, so HIIT training and that type of stuff will not reduce fat around your middle. Okay, eating salads, okay, won't reduce fat around the middle. Being 2 days good, a day bad, a day not so good, a day of takeouts and partying, then a day this is plugged in. Oh, here we go, we come back again. So we have to be consistent. If you missed that, we have to be consistent. So it's not a salad one day, a burger and chips the next, a pizza the next, a salad the next day. It's not a salad, a naked bar, 10 biscuits, the kids' leftovers. Okay, we have to be consistent. And we have to be consistent for a good 6 to 12 weeks, it depends really, to really start seeing a difference. You may feel a difference within a few weeks, within a week, but other people seeing a difference and you seeing a difference 6 to 12 weeks. Now the issue with that is by week 3 or 4, you're falling off and you're searching for your next quick fix because you haven't got the results that you want, okay? And it's hard work. Okay, but what's harder work than trying to eat healthy consistently is living in a body that isn't healthy, okay? Living in a body that doesn't feel good. That is a hell of a lot harder than making sensible choices. So today, for instance, my foods have been bang on, absolutely bang on, other than a few bites of Hugo's leftover Nutella on bread, okay? Yeah, don't judge me. So my foods have been spot on today. They're going to be spot on tomorrow, I know, because I'm prepped and planned. I know Thursday they're going to be spot on. Friday, I think they're going to be spot on. Saturday, I'm going out for a meal. Does that mean it's game over? No, I'm going out for a meal. Okay, Sunday I think I might cook a roast. I have treats, if you call them treats. Yeah, I have quite a lot of them, but it's how I balance them out, okay? How I balance them out. I know what I am doing generally most weeks, okay? I know what food I'm cooking, I know what I'm gonna eat. That saves me a hell of a lot of money. When I tend to go to the co-op shops, it's a lot of money because Hugo's normally with me, and then he wants this, and then he wants that, and then he wants a magazine, and then I have a magazine, and then you have to queue up next to the wine, so I put the wine in the basket. So I try to stay away from shops like that as much as I can and plan and prep, okay? That doesn't mean I'm always eating out of Tupperware, but I'll go that in a minute, okay? So what tends to happen is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're good, then Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it's just out of the window. And that's the kind of cycle. And that's what we also need to break. We need to be good the majority of the time and just add in these odd little, a cookie here will not get you fat. A salad here will not get you thin. Okay, it's got to be that consistency of balance, and it's got to be a balance of, at our age, so I'm talking of women of 40 and above here, it's got to be a balance of every meal has to have a protein of around a palm size here. I have bigger because I am more active, okay, but around about a palm size. You want a huge handful of vegetables, and you want a bit of fats in those meals. Okay, the majority, well, say lunch and dinner, that's what you want. Carbs aren't bad for you, but carbs are in fruit, carbs are in vegetables, and I get most of my moms to have porridge as a breakfast, and that's carbs as well. So they get in their carbs as well, but it's not like carb overload. I'm not a keto fan either. It's not just keto. What I find with the keto diet is no carbs, high fats, is most people then have a massive blowout on a weekend. So they've had fat all the week, healthy fat all the week, but then they're having a blowout on the weekend, and that's way too much fat for the system, and that's why they end up not losing fat. If you follow the keto diet or the paleo diet strictly, they work, but most of you don't follow anything strictly. Okay, it's like the fasting, the 5-2 fasting, or the 16-4, or whatever it is. I hear all about these stuff, and I'm just like, oh, whatever, try it. But we're not consistent with it. I did a mini fast the other day just because I didn't have any food with me, so it was a natural fast. And that night and the next day, I didn't stop eating. I was reaching for anything. So that shows me that it doesn't work for me, okay? Because I just was like, give me the food, give me the food, give me the food. My body was just like, oh my God, you are starving, okay? So we have to be consistent, and a salad here doesn't make you thin, a biscuit here doesn't make you fat, yeah? So it's consistent as much as we can while still having, Hugo came out of school and made a cake at school. Like, I'm not going to say I can't have that. I might say that looks yummy and have a bit of it. His birthday is next week. I'm going to have cake. But this is another thing that I hear. Oh, it was my kid's birthday. 4 days? Is your kid's birthday 4 days? I will have one piece of cake and a meal out with Hugo. Am I losing it here? Or are we just overspending and overeating? Yeah? Just a piece of cake. And why does the piece of cake have to be this big? Never used to be that big when I was a kid. Yeah? Just saying, Hugo's not going to have a huge cake. He's having one of their Marks and Spencer's Caterpillar things. Mommy doesn't cook cake. Bake, even. So we need to be more consistent, and that will reduce our body fat. So coming from somebody that was anorexic, somebody that was bulimic, and I have to say, when I did the bikini competition, I was going towards the other thing, which is the eat clean obsession. Yeah, the eat clean obsession changed my body. Amazing. The best my body has ever looked, but not the best it's ever felt, actually, because it was just stressed out with carrying Tupperware. I stunk of fish. Absolutely stunk of fish. Not down there, but I just carried that much Tupperware. I probably did down there, I ate that much fish. But I carried that much Tupperware that I could just smell it. Okay. So often people look at me and go, oh, I've got 2 lots of Tupperware out with me. Okay, so normally it's my snack Tupperware and my lunch in Tupperware, because I eat quite a lot for my morning snack. So I eat breakfast, morning snack and lunch. For me, normally are larger than my afternoon snack and my evening meal, if I choose to have an afternoon snack. And they go, oh, Tupperware, I couldn't eat out of Tupperware. But you can eat out of a cardboard box sandwich from Tesco or Marks and Spencer's, and a Diet Coke and a plasticky packet of crisps. Yeah, you can eat out of that. You can eat out of a Marks and Spencer's plastic container. Yeah, they now actually have wooden forks now. But you can eat out of that, which is like this big and costs £5. But out of my lovely Tupperware box with my lovely fresh food, everyone just goes, what are you eating that for? This is what I eat that for. okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to be my size, but fat around the middle is toxic and it's dangerous fat, particularly over the age of 40, okay? And I'm warning you, ladies, if you want to age in health, then we have to sort this out now. It's gone beyond a joke, okay? So food plans, I ask people to send me food plans. They all tell me they eat healthy. I look at them, shocking. And I'm not talking about the biscuits and the cake here. I'm talking about the gaps that people have between their meals. I'm talking about the lettuce leaves that people have. I tend to not eat lettuce. It doesn't fill me up, okay? I'm not a salad person, particularly not in the winter. There's so much more that we can eat other than salad. When people think eating healthy, you just think salad. I do have to admit, I'm not a great adventurous cook, but I've got lots of people in my team of Supercharged Mums that have got slow cookers that cook some amazing stuff. They're vegans and they cook amazing things, and that's fantastic. Yeah, give me a piece of chicken or cod with some green beans and mange too, and just let me chomp away in it and I'm happy. But that's me. And then when I go out, I'm like, oh, I might have burger and chips. That tastes really, really nice. If I'm on a lean out plan, which I am a little bit at the minute, when I go out, I tend to have, because I'm eating meat now, I've never felt so good. Now I've started eating meat after being a vegetarian since the age of 17, pescatarian, but my body is really thriving on meat, okay, and the blood tests are showing that I've had done as well. So I might have a piece of steak and I might actually ask for a side of vegetables. Yeah, side of vegetables.